So I have a little message from our good friend, Fat Frank. So we've collaborated this year for Download Festival to help you out with your click and collect order. If you go to fatfrankscampingshop.com and use the code SMTV10, that's SMTV10, you will get 10% off your click and collect order. So go and place your order now. Thank you, Frank. Hi, I'm Stu, or you may know me as SMTV. Today, we're going to go through what I'm packing for Download Festival this year. Now, you may find some things that you wish you thought about beforehand, or you may think I'm completely overdoing it. But let's just take a look and see if there's anything I can help you out with this year. So, here we have my bag. Now, you can see, because I'm recording from multiple angles today, so this bag is incredible. It really is. It's a 511 matrix rucksack, bag, hold all, everything all in one. So let me get that open for you and let's have a look what's inside. Now this bag originally was bought for airsoft, so it's built, it's rugged, it's used for the military. 511 is, so it's all really tough. Apparently you can't get these zips stuck. I'm yet to get one stuck, so maybe it works, who knows, but let's take a look inside. So I haven't actually opened this since I unpacked for Bloodstock last year. So I've done this, so there may be some things that surprise me as well. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to take things out and we're going to see what we've got. Firstly, we have got an Aloft Pillow 2.0. So a pillow, very important. Let's just get this unpacked. So normally I would recommend taking some actual pillows, like proper pillows you'd use in your own bed, but considering how small that packs up, it's worth just taking. If for some reason when you're travelling with your bags you drop your cushions, at least you've got a backup. I think that's a really important thing. Always consider the worst and always pack extras. Not overdoing it though. This is tactical packing, if you will. So I'm going to blow this up just to show you what it looks like. There you go. And just like that, I'm nice and comfortable. So very good. They're nice and cheap. I think you can probably pick one up for around £7 to £12 maybe. Amazon. Everything on here is probably going to be on Amazon. So check that one out. Up next, we have, what is this? See, there's something, I've done this on purpose, so we're kind of like discovering it together. So let's take a look what this is. I mean, to be honest, it may be another cushion. So, what the devil are you? It's another cushion, so that's just my wife's cushion. Moving on. We have sunglasses. Because you never know what the weather's going to do. You may need sunglasses. These seem rather bent. Moving on. Bin bags. Everyone needs bin bags at Download. Look after your campsite. If it's nice and tidy, you'll feel better. You don't want to be rolling around in your own muck. Take bin bags. Everyone can just have one in the middle. Chuck all your cans in, chuck all your rubbish in, and do a trip to the bins whenever they're full. Recommended. Highly recommended. A little speaker. There you go. It's got a dog hair on it. A little speaker, little Bluetooth one. This is a Jam. It's a really good one. It's got a little carabiner on. I remember last year at Bloodstock I had this hooked onto my shorts and we got told off by Quiet Camp because we were being rowdy. Bluetooth, waterproof, I believe, and yeah, is good quality, this one. So if you need a little speaker, get a Jam. I'm not sure what the regulations are anymore, because I remember the one year I took my wife's speaker in and it got confiscated on the gate. So you may want to check that out first. A flag. Now, I haven't used this flag yet. This is an SMTV flag. I may fly this year. We'll see. I am due to get another flagpole, so keep an eye out for that flag. Now, these are probably one of the biggest things I can recommend. With your clothes, you do not want them getting wet or damp or anything, so these are just like poly bags really, but the Ziploc at the top. So all I do is all your boxers, underwear, put into one bag, and then in the next bag put all your socks. In the next bag fold up all your t-shirts for the week, shorts, stuff you're going to sleep in. Just have them individual, and then when they're packed up all together, it's all lovely and neat, and you know they're not going to get wet and you're not going to get damp. So I will put the link for these below. Again, Amazon. Anything you need is on Amazon, so check those out. Next, it's obviously a big old sleeping bag. This is a double one. This is what is this one? This is a Regatta Great Outdoors sleeping bag. It's a double one, so if you're lucky enough to have someone to share a sleeping bag with, I call this one the Trust Issues Sleeping Bag Special. So just get a good quality one. If it's too hot, you can unzip it. If it's cold, at least you know you're going to be warm. Good quality sleeping bag. Next, whilst we're on the subject of sleep, I always take, this is a snood. It's a bit dusty, a bit dirty, but snood. So I always wrap up if it's cold at night. Snood, woolly hat, socks, everything. Whatever you need to do to have a comfortable night's sleep. Boot brush. I mean, I'd hope that explains itself. It's to clean your boots. What have we got next? I'll splay these out so you can see on the camera above. We have got... let's go through comfort, shall we? There you go. So, some might think I'm a bit over the top when it comes to sleep, but the last thing I want to do is wake up with a stiff neck or just be uncomfortable in general during the night. So, a neck pillow in conjunction with an inflatable pillow in conjunction with a snood, you're going to have the best night's sleep. And trust me, take these steps and you will thank yourself so much the following morning, honestly. Other essentials in the bag. What have we got? I've got a little ratchet strap. It's just worth having. You never know if there's something that you need to tie down, or if you're carrying something, you can strap this to your bag. It's just worth having. And then on the subject of that, I do carry a carabiner. So if ever I've got another bag, I can use this, clip it onto the handles, because I know these handles are very tough. And yeah, I can just carry more things all at once. So a carabiner, if you don't use it, it weighs nothing and it's just ready to go. Next, torches. I'd never feel like you can have enough torches. I'm probably going to come across at least 3. I can see 3 right now. We've got a little collapsible one, like so. Let's see if it's got any charge. Last time this was used with bloodstock last year in August. So, well, that's made me look silly, hasn't it? That one's dead, but that one will light up this lantern section here, or you can use it as a spotlight. And this one's even got a little mirror, so there you go. You can see yourself there, can't you? Subject to torches, we've got a head torch. Does this work? There you go. That one lights up. I'll blind you with that one. And middle of the night, if you're going to the toilet, head torch, have it next to your tent door, because chuck that on. You're not going to trip over guard ropes, because it's happened enough times to know. As if we didn't need more torches, there's another one. This one is also a battery pack as well. It's got like a USB port there. So that's useful. I'd love to say I know, I can remember where I got this from, but you can see the brand of it. If you wanted to check that out, it's probably Amazon. I'd always recommend getting some proper battery packs though. That's just a bit of a Brucey bonus for me, really. In fact, I think I bought this for hiking because it's got all these. I just blinded myself. If ever I get lost on the side of a mountain, I can call the chopper. I don't think I'll be calling the chopper at download, so that's just a bonus. So, illumination, we've covered it. That's okay. Cable ties. The amount of times I've used cable ties once on site is ridiculous, honestly. Like, putting up flags, if there's part of the tent that needs to be secured, if it's poles or beds, there's so many things that a cable tie can fix when you're on site. So get yourself a pack of cable ties. It, again, probably cost you pennies if you got a screw fix, or Amazon. Come on, they've got everything. Put them on your list. Up next, this was a bit of a put it together kind of thing. I'll come back to that a little bit there. This is just a drinks pouch. So I carry a bum bag in the arena. So this is just a drinks pouch. Again, carabiners, can't get enough of them. And all I'll do, shall I give you an example? Shall I give you a demonstration? Yes, I wear the bum bag, Reading and Leeds style. What you gonna do? Carabiner, got your drink in there. Clip it on. Drinks there, ready to go. So you can take in to the arena 500ml water bottle, and that can be refilled at any of the water stations around. So stay hydrated for sure. We'll come back to the bum bag in a second. Let's get this bag finished first. So up next on the bag, we have got what I've just shown. This is a can cooler. So essentially, if you've got a cold can, you unscrew the top, slide it in there, drop that back on top, and that's going to stay nice and cool for a long time. It's download branded, so it's just a bonus. I've got enough space in here to throw certain things in and not worry about it, basically. So I've got the space to use. Next, we've got a download tumbler. So I tend to use these for my morning coffee. It's a thermally insulated cup, and yeah, does what it says on the tin, really. It's not too big, it's not too small. Story of my life. Morning coffees, you gotta love them. I think we're nearing the end. We have got something here. I nearly showed away my personal address, so I'm not going to do that. There's something in this grey bag that isn't going to be revealed until download, so subscribe, the download vlog will come, and you'll see what is in this grey bag. Make sure you do it. So finally, it's just a wash bag. It's not going to be fully stocked, the wash bag, because there's stuff that I use on a daily basis that I'll throw in here, but I'll just give you the gist. Miniatures. Keep clean. I know it's not the metal way, but let's try and stay clean, eh? And then a little toothbrush in there as well. It's just, everything's good when it's got its own home. If you just chuck everything in, toothbrush over there, toothpaste over there, you're going to lose stuff. So just do yourself a favour and get everything its own little home. You'll thank yourself so much for being prepared, honestly. Let me think about this now. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. That's what I always say. I say it so much, I forget it every time I say it. With this bag, what I am going to show you is the top compartment. The lid also has zip-up sections. I love this bag so much, honestly. It was a pricier. I mean, I say it was pricier. I've got a Burgess bag upstairs, and that was probably about 70 quid, like a proper hiking bag. This one was probably around £130, but honestly, it does me on every occasion that I need it. If we're just going away for the weekend, everything's just in here, and it's just easy. And yeah, you've got these compartments here. This is just, it doesn't take up any extra space, which is brilliant. and I just chuck random stuff in there. Like there's a micro USB cable, there's some Nivea face cream, deodorant. I know not many out there use deodorant, but it's just for show really. Hair clay. I mean, I'm not trying to be bougie, but a bit of Hugo Boss in there. I don't think that's even been opened. So amongst the toiletry bag I've already got, there's some further stuff there. Charging cables, just chuck them in. They weigh nothing. Next compartment, shall we? So, if it's raining and your feet get wet, it's the worst feeling ever. Something I've started doing, if it is wet, only if it is wet, is putting some baby powder on my feet before putting socks on. It just keeps you nice and dry, keeps your socks dry, and you're not going to be pickled at the end of the day. So, I mean, it's got my daughter's name on, so I haven't stolen it. Maybe I did. What else we got? I mean, every pocket you're looking, I've got charging cables. If anyone needs any charging cables, come and let me know. Playing cards for around the camp. I mean, you can't go wrong with Star Wars branded Uno, can you? This is the way. And I mean, to be honest, there's not a lot of organisation in these pockets. It's just a bit of a, if there's something I need, I know it'll be in there. Padlocks. There's not much need. I see people asking on the Facebook, like, should I padlock my tent? If you want to do it as peace of mind, just get yourself a numeric code one. Because if you go and get one that's got a key, and then, God forbid, you lose the key in the arena. I mean, there are ways of getting back into your tent, but the last thing you want to be doing is damaging your tent because you forgot your key. Next, in this final pouch, we have got a pack of wipes. I mean, you can see that there was only Marvel ones available that day. Earplugs. I cannot sleep at a festival without earplugs, so I'm a very light sleeper, and I always end up camping next to a snorer, so earplugs, 100% recommend them. Toilet roll. Honestly, like, yes, they provide toilet roll in the toilets, but if you've been filling yourself up with beer and booze and unhealthy food, and you wake up in the morning and you're like, I don't feel good, man, you'll be grateful that you've got this. Imagine getting in there, dropping the kids off, and you look over and there's like one measly square. Just do it, trust me. And finally, some lovely pink grapefruit wet wipes. They're from last year, and they still feel pretty moist, so they should do me for this year as well. Wet wipes, you can get some lovely scented ones, as you can see. If you're in the mosh and you smell pink grapefruit, it's probably me. Okay. What else we got? We've got some throat lozenges. Now, I do normally carry a first aid kit, but what's happened is we've been hiking recently, and I've taken that with us as a precaution, really. So that's not here, but what I will do is list as much as what was in there in my list in a bit. So that is it for the almighty 511 bag. What I am going to do now is I have got some bonus stuff. I've got some extra stuff here. I am just going to go through them one by one and just explain why it's so important that you don't forget to pack it. I've written a list, and this list is like a Bible for festivals. Trust me. I'm going to put it in the description below. I'm going to read through it now, one item at a time, and if you stick to this, you will have a comfortable download festival. I was nearly in trouble then. Password for this is our anniversary, and I've forgotten it. We're in. Saved myself. So, the download packing list. Here we've just got all the essentials. Everything that was covered in there is in this list. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to read it one after the other. Don't feel like you need to jot this down as I'm reading it, because I will put this in the description below, and please do consider going off this list. Item number 1, the tent. Of course, don't forget the tent. Imagine getting all that way and you've forgotten your tent. Tent, so with it comes pegs. 100% get yourself a mallet. Many a year when I first started going, I'd go onto site and I'd forgotten. Hadn't even thought of taking a mallet, and then you get to a field and the ground is solid. Your boot is just going to end up bending the pegs. Trust me. Get yourself a mallet in Asda. I think if you go down the gardening aisle in Asda now, you can get a mallet for like £3, I think. For me, I'm literally going to go through all of these. So this is my list. I've got GoPro, which I'd be lost without. Parking pass. Here we go. If you went and forgot this and you got to site, I mean, I'm not sure what would happen. You may get away with it. They may be able to charge you on site, but it would be a lengthy process, I would have thought. Everyone should have these by now. Obviously, if you haven't purchased yet, get it purchased ASAP. These essentially just, you put your details on. You got name, phone number, and your vehicle reg. There is a little number there that must coincide with who purchased it. Drop it on your mirror, and that is what ties you to your vehicle. So don't forget it. Up next, we have air fresheners. So this always makes me sound like a bit bougie, but they're just the little cheap 99p air fresheners with the gel inside, the white ones that people used to have in the toilets back in the 90s. Just having a couple of those when your tent's all set up, peel them off and put them in your tent. When you come back at the end of the day, it does smell nice, and for me, it just makes me feel a bit better, feel a bit more clean. If you get back and your tent's smelling a bit musty, a bit damp, you're just not going to feel clean. And for me, bougie moment, I buy the lavender ones, so I have a lovely night's sleep. Okay, they're a really good idea. Flagpole and flag. So yeah, as I mentioned, I do put a flag up each year. Normally it's the Black Country Links. If you watch my previous vlogs, you'll have seen that. This year I have got a different flag, so you may see that flying. Flag I bought off Amazon. Surprise, surprise. Bed. Many a year I went for the blow up option, so I just have like an inflatable bed. My wife reminded me the other day that apparently we used to just use roll mats, and I can't imagine anything worse now. I had neck pain just thinking about that. But we went roll mats to air beds, and from air beds I've gone and bought a collapsible tent now, so it's a proper camping tent. It's the same kind of structure as a camping chair, so a camping chair collapses in on itself like so. It's the same as that, so I'm not messing about putting poles into each other and everything. It is a really good tent, so I will put the link below for that. I do need to pick up my wife one, so we're going to have like two singles next to each other and then a double sleeping bag. So like essentially we've got a double bed. I do need to pick my wife up one of those. They're at the moment I think about £56 on Amazon. Recommended. They are a bit heavy, but it's worth it in my opinion. Up next, sleeping bag. We've already covered. Get yourself a good quality one. If it's too cold, you can wrap up. If it's too hot, you can unzip and you can just chill out. Balls out. Next, neck cushion. We've covered. Cushion itself. Take the ones off your bed. If not, buy yourself some nice new ones. If not, get an inflatable one. Don't not do it. In past years, I actually remember using not this bag in particular, but my Berghaus bag. I'd actually use that as a cushion and it just killed my neck. It's not worth it. Earplugs we've covered, and I've written here ID. Now, obviously if you're under the age of 18, you won't be able to purchase alcohol unless you're unlucky and you look over 18. But if it's questionable, take your ID, because the last thing you want to do is be of age of drinking and you're not going to get served. I take mine just as a precaution. You never know if there's going to be an instance where you need to show ID, so I'll just always pack it. Up next, the next section is clothes. So for myself, for the 5 days, I'm going to be camping Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, coming back on the Monday. So, I mean, for 5 days, I take 7 t-shirts, with the intention of buying a line-up t-shirt also. It just covers my back really, because if I was to only pack the amount of t-shirts for the days and then it tips it down on 2 of the days and I want to change straight away, I'm putting dirty clothes on for a fresh day. So pack enough but not too much. 7 t-shirts is the sweet spot for me. Up next is shorts. So these are just, combat shorts. I like to wear ones that have got the pockets with zips on. I tend to put a poncho in there. So poncho in there, bum bag to carry everything else, because the last thing I want is to put phone in my shorts and it flies out and whatever in the mosh. So yeah, good quality shorts, pockets, and you just can't go wrong really. Boxers. So in typical fashion, I pack enough boxers as if I'm going to shit myself every day. I pack at least 8 pairs of boxers. I've got no idea why, because 7 or even 6 would obviously cover me for the 5 days I'm there, but I like to just be careful. I've never shit myself, but I don't want to do it and be caught short. Socks, same instance. Not saying I'm going to shit on my socks, but I can pack 8 pairs of socks. Wellies. Now, if you're watching my videos from last year, you will remember...
Put your wellies on, you.
Put your wellies on.
But I'm going to change that to pack your wellies, because last year I kept harping on about wearing your wellies, and I didn't even wear them last year. It was gorgeous weather, and I couldn't imagine anything worse than trekking around in wellies all day when it was so sunny. So pack your wellies at the very least. Boots. If you're not wearing wellies, wear boots. But if it's wet, if it's raining, trust me, it won't take long for that grass to turn into mud, and those boots that you're wearing will be ruined. I remember the one year I bought some lovely brand new regatta hiking boots, wore them for one day at download, and they were ruined. The mud was seeped into them, and as much as I tried to clean them, they were done. So don't ruin your boots. Always pack your wellies. Up next, we have a cap. So a baseball cap. It's just something that's going to protect you from the sun. I just wear a cap anyway, generally. So a cap, always a good one. Denim jacket. So it wouldn't be download without a denim jacket. So don't go and forget it, because my good friend Simon Bond forgot his at Bloodstock last year. You're going to be lost without it. If you get all that way, you've put all that effort in it. If you have put patches on, you're going to be absolutely gutted. So don't forget it. Shall I go and get mine and we'll show it off? I am going to move over onto the bird's eye camera to take a look at the jacket. So here we go. Of course, it's Parkway Drive. We've got the Black Country links. This is the way, because of course it is the way. So as I say, Parkway Drive, the band that got me into heavy music, and of course it's Deep Blue, one of the best albums of all time. And then what I like to do, every previous year that I've been to download, Slam Dunk, Bloodstock, I'll put them on there. So there's a little idea for anyone who's got those floating around and not sure what to do with them. Up next we have got Sleepwear. So I've just quickly reel these off. Some to wear on your bottoms, hoodie. Again, if it's really cold, you're going to forgive yourself for wrapping up. Hoodie, t-shirt, shorts, beanie. Honestly, if you're cold, flip-flops. That's less sleepwear. That's more around the campsite. So instead of having to put your boots on every time that you want to leave your tent, if it's a lovely, lovely day like it was last year, you got your flip-flops to chuck on, and sunglasses. I'm obviously not wearing sunglasses to bed, so that was a bit of a miscellaneous one. Toiletries. Some of these I've already covered. Wipes, tick, deodorant. Depends how you're feeling. It is a metal festival. Not everyone uses it, apparently. Toothpaste, toothbrush, hair clay, hairspray for myself. Anyone else may use it. Wash bag. It's just got all your essentials in there. Shower gel. Something for your hair as well, head and shoulders. A microfibre towel. I haven't got one to hand, but I use the microfibre towels that can essentially be folded down into nothing. Use them to dry yourself off, and they're dry in They're dry in no time. Sorry. They're really good. Again, Amazon, if I remember off the top of my head, Amazon do their own Amazon Essential ones. I think mine I paid £17 for, so check those out. Baby powder, we've covered. There's obvious uses for baby powder, but for myself, it's putting it on your feet, socks on, and then you're going to have nice dry feet for the whole day. Sun cream, you can't go wrong with sun cream. Last year, there were so many people that were burnt, honestly, like so many red faces, so many red shoulders. Just cover yourself, just get yourself some sun cream, proper sun cream as well, because last year for Bloodstock I bought, it was like a tanning one, and it was brown liquid spray-on stuff, and I still burnt through that. So just do yourself a favour and get yourself a proper one. Tell you what, as if by magic, there you go. I think this cost £3 something, and it's perfect size. It's going to fit in my bum bag. I'm always going to have it with me. I'm covered. And it goes without saying, you've got your sun cream, get yourself some after sun. Honestly, at the end of a hot day at download and you've got back to the tent, you've used your wet wipe to clean your face, you've got all the dust off, and you put that after sun on, honestly, your body just goes and sucks it up. Like, your face is so relieved and thankful that you've got the sun cream. So make sure it's on your list, please do. First aid kit, so I mentioned that it's in my hiking bag upstairs, but because it's on my list, I'm going to remember it, okay? First aid kit, we've got paracetamol and ibuprofen. Paracetamol is every 4 hours, ibuprofen is every 4 hours, but if you take them in conjunction, you can do paracetamol, 2 hours later, ibuprofen. So if you really are in a bad way, you know, that's going to make you feel a lot better. And of course, hangovers, pop some of them in the morning, you'll feel right as rain. Throat lozenges, hydration sachets. If you will give me a second, I'll grab one. They're just over here. Hydration sachets, these cost about £5, I think, from Asda. They are a bit more expensive in terms of ibuprofen. You can get for like 70p or whatever. But rehydration treatment, these really saved my bacon last year because it was so dry, so hot. Everyone was so dehydrated. These are brilliant. I think I maybe took one in the morning, one in the evening. So if you just get like your standard bottle of water, like a 500 milliliter bottle of water, and that's just a sachet, pour it in there, it'll fizz up. Drink that. I'm not a scientist. I don't know how the science works, but it rehydrates you a lot more than just drinking the water by itself. So one of those are the morning, one of those are the evening, and then I cannot recommend these enough. There are other alternatives out there, but these just work for me. The science in sport. These are the berry flavour. Again, Amazon. I think I paid £5 something. The same cost in Asda, £5 something. But one of these in the morning, what I tend to do is go to the co-op and get a big bottle of flavoured Volvic, knowing that I need to drink that water before I leave this campsite this morning. Drop one of those in, and all the electrolytes, all the minerals that you've lost from being naughty boys and girls and doing too much drinking, that's going to sort you right out. So science in sport, hydro with added vitamin B vitamins, whatever. Get yourself some of them and you will thank me for that one. That is non-negotiable for me anymore after last year. So after the hydration, we've gone to Antacid. Now, I very much fall into the category of reaching that age, all of a sudden I've just got Antacid at even thinking about bread or chocolate for some reason. So if I'm without Antacid tablets, I'm in a bad place. So Antacid tablets are an absolute must for me. So the next category I've got here is miscellaneous. So this is all just stuff that I need to remember, but I can't categorise it. I suppose looking at it, it's more like camping essentials, so the camping itself. So we've got a table. I've put table. I don't think we're going to take that this year because we are going general. Last year I was RIP, so I could have my van right next to my tent. So a table, if you're willing to do the trips, I might just put it in the car just in case, because it might be an instance where we just sat there thinking, could do with a table, and quickly run and get it. A chair, please don't forget your chair. But of course, if you have forgot your chair, go to Fat Frank. He'll sort you right out. Next is a torch. We've covered my torches. Battery packs. I like to take 3 battery packs, and I've got one just here to show you. So So I did say that I'd come back to the bum bag, so let's cover it, shall we? Inside the bum bag, we are going to check it out. I tend to have at least one battery pack on me at all times. I've never had one run out during the day. So these are the battery packs that I use. These are incredible. They really are. It's a Carmast. It's got 3 USB outputs and 2 USB Type-C outputs. Now, I purposely didn't press this when I first took it out of the pack because I wanted to check on camera. This hasn't been charged since August last year when I was at Bloodstock. These lights at the side will show us how much charge is left in there. So, shall we have a look? So incredibly, it is still fully charged. That has not been charged since August. I really cannot sing this charger's praises enough. This was from Amazon. At the time, I got it on a deal, and I think I maybe paid around £21 for it. And at the time, there was like a discount code you could put on. I'll link this below. I believe in this charger so much that I am going to link this below because everyone should get this. If you go and get your cheaper ones from Primark, for me, that's too much of a risk because I'm vlogging the entire weekend. If I go and buy those little battery packs and they just don't work, that's it. It's like I can't put this out for you guys on YouTube after that. So 100% check those out. In my bum bag, we have got... See, this is an absolute must as well. This isn't just for festivals. This is every time I go to a gig, I use one of these. So this is a bungee for your phone. So you put your phone in there, and then if anyone tries to nick it, anyone tries to run away, they're going to get poing, and then they're going to get pulled back. So 100% is an absolute must. I've never been able to find that brand again. I think this was just promotional material for somebody because that says Le Chardon Mountain Lodges Val d'Isère. I don't even know what that is. So I've acquired that from somewhere over the years. But if you were to search for a phone bungee, I'd like to think you'll be able to find those. And it's just a little clip, just a quick little clip, just a little release there. So you can just clip that onto your belt loop or anything. But I like to keep it inside my bum bag, that's for sure. So bum bag, can't go wrong with it, honestly. Just recommend getting yourself one because you haven't got to walk around with absolutely full pockets this year. Mirror on the wall. This is one that my wife's taking. Now, I'm not vain by any means, but it is always nice to know that you look presentable of a morning before you leave the tent. There you go. This one in particular. It lights up. Look at that. Proper glamour one. So that's good to have. We have bin liners. We've covered bin liners. Keep your tent and your area and just your camp. Just keep it tidy. You'll thank yourself. It's nice to be clean. It's not nice to be dirty. Cable ties, the unsung hero of festivals for me. Just take them. You never know. Food and drink. So I've put Jetboil here. You're not allowed to take gas to download, so don't be naughty boys and girls and take gas. Cool box. So I've got one I haven't got it to hand. It's up in the loft, but it's got a strap over the top, so you can just carry it over your shoulder. That's quite good. A little hack that I will mention as well. What I tend to do is the water bottles like so. I'd freeze maybe 3 of these and then put them in your cool bag. That'll keep everything cold. And then when it has melted, you drink it essentially. But what I have done this year, instead of doing that, I've bought some slushy Alco Pops. The ones in the pouches you rip the top off. I've got those. So I think I got 3 of those. So you freeze those, put all your food and whatever in your cool box. Put those alcohol pouches in. They're frozen, so they'll keep everything cool. Then when they're ready, give them a squish, and you got alcoholic slushies. Brilliant idea, if I do say so myself. Boiling the bag meals. Again, this was going hand in hand with the Jetboil, but you're not allowed to take gas. Boiling the bag meals essentially are like an all-in-one, just in a bag. Rip the top off. scran away. You can have like a full breakfast, curry, chili, pasta bolognese, meatballs. There's tons of them. I wish I could remember the brand that I use now, but it's the ones that you get from Go Outdoors, and they're just full of all the right things that are going to keep you energized and not make you feel dull. Because in the past, we'd wake up and we'd have stuff like the bacon sandwiches and the big cobs and the baguettes. But for me, you just start to feel sluggish after you've eaten stuff like that. So if you eat a meal that's full, it's got all the nutrients that you do need, your body's going to thank you, and you're just going to feel so much better about yourself. Cutlery. Don't overdo it with the cutlery. There's no point. You see people take like a full, as if they've just dragged out the kitchen drawer worth of cutlery. Just buy a spork and a knife, maybe. So you've just covered both bases there. Cups. Depends how many people you want to be serving drinks to. For myself, I just tend to take the plastic cups, the ones you get from Download. One of those each, one for me, one for the wife, and some. Obviously, I've shown you the little tumbler that I've got as well. We can use that. Next, cup for hot drinks. Again, because that tumbler is thermal, that covers all bases. Coffee sachets. So, can't go wrong with these. They're nice and light. You can take them out of the box and squeeze them into your food box. Just needs a bit of boiling water. Spirits and beer. With beer, you can take, on the website it says 24 cans per person, but just remember that's per person per trip. So you could take 24 in and then go back to the car. If you've got another 24, take another 24 in. Spirits, there are limitations on spirits, but again, it's per trip as well. So please don't get bogged down about the limitations on that, because if you just go on the Facebook group, search in the tab alcohol limits, you'll find so many posts that will explain it nice and easy to understand for you. Bottled water, I've mentioned. I tend to take a 16 pack of water, just the 500 milliliter Highland Spring water. Though I will say the Co-op will have those for sale, so it's just up to you. You can either lug it yourself, get it from the car to the tent, or if you don't want to do that, you can always just buy it from the Co-op. It's just as easy. Honestly, I hope it's this warm when it's Download. I'm sweating here, and I'm literally just stood in the kitchen. I hope it's this warm when we come to going in June. And the final thing is pop. What we've done is we've just bought a box of Coke Zero. It was just like, how many? I think it was only like 20 cans maybe, and Tesco had a deal on for like £6, so we thought, why not? It'll just go in the car. If we can do multiple trips and grab them, we will do. It's perfect for mixers, really, cans. Instead of taking big bottles of pop and then you're having to pour it into a cup and then add your mixer, just have a can, crack it open, pour your mixer in. Happy days, you're all sorted. I mean, can I cover any more? I feel like I've been talking for hours on this one this evening. There is nothing else on my list, and therefore I don't need to think of anything else, because I've gone by this list for 3 years now, and everything on that list has covered me perfectly. So if there's anything missing from there that you think I need to pack, then please do drop in the comments below and let me know, and I'll consider adding it to my list. But if you go by this, you will be comfortable and you'll be happy for the whole weekend. I promise you. That is an SMTV guarantee. So I just want to thank you all for taking the time to watch my checklist, essentially, to Download Festival this year. It's only 5 weeks away as of recording, so we are getting closer. If you're watching in future years, hello from the past. Stu, if you're watching this, hope you're okay. I don't know where we're going with that, to be honest. If you see me at Download Festival this year, come and give me a fist bump, give me a high five. It'll be lovely to see you all. I'll be going for the 5 days. Yeah, that's it. How do I do an outro to a video like this? Do I thank my sponsors? Thank you, Frank. Big man. Appreciate you. Do I do a Sopranos and just cut it out mid